10 things you didn't know about your cat. You clearly already know it's terrified of cucumbers. But believe me, there are things you definitely don't know about your adorable fluff ball. Find it out in this video. Number 1, not all hate water. Surely you've ever noticed that when your cat touches the water, it reacts as if it's been set on fire. No, Snowbell, don't do that. Ow, that was a pretty bad fall. Although, if the bad guys in Stuart Little had been a different breed, maybe they wouldn't have had such a bad time. After all, not all cats dislike taking a good dip once in a while.
What?
For real. In fact, some of them, like the Bengal cat, Maine Coon, and Turkish Angora, love it. And they aren't the only ones. Don't believe me? Well, here's the evidence. The reason why these kittens love baths isn't rocket science, it's simply in their genes. So if you have any of these, it'll very likely want to play with you in the pool or share the shower. Hey, before moving on with this list, do you know what's the smallest cat breed that exists? A. Devon Rex, B. Munchkin, C. Singapura cat. Stay till the end to find out the answer. Number 2. It has free-floating bones. I know, have you ever found your kitty stuck in a rather small container and wondered how the heck did it get in there? Seriously, it seems like it has the same powers as Elastigirl.
Can't you guess?
Well, I do know. The answer lies in its striking anatomy. Unlike you and me, cats don't have their collarbone attached to their torso and forelimbs. Actually, it isn't attached to anything, it's like floating under the skin between the muscles. Hence why they have no problem narrowing their body and walking through wherever they want without getting injured, even if it's a fairly tight space. Impressive, right?
That is unbelievable.
Of course, this skill has also helped them fill the internet with funny videos where you see them being amazing contortionists. It's impossible not to laugh at this. Number 3. Sweetness isn't its flavor. I know what you're wondering, why not if it's a sweetie? Well, there's an exception, and that's its tongue. Literally speaking, the organ your kitten uses to taste food can't detect sugar. In 2005, scientists from the Monell Chemical Senses Center in Philadelphia discovered that a genetic deficiency deletes the detectors of said flavor on the taste buds of this feline. In other words, cats don't have the genetic hardware needed to taste sweets, so don't bother sharing your lollipop.
No thanks. It's really a dog thing.
Something interesting is that your kitty would gladly eat food that you'd usually spit out. As you heard it, it prefers bitter flavors, so if you want to spoil them, there's nothing better than a yummy and nutritious fish.
I can almost taste them!
Number 4. Its purr isn't always happy.
Do you hear that?
What?
It's like a tiny motor.
Oh, you mean the adorable feline purr, the way your baby shows you that it's happy with you. Well, I got bad news for you. Maybe it means the opposite. You see, cats have more than one reason to purr, and while it's true they do it when they're comfortable and relaxed, it also happens when they're nervous, afraid, and stressed. That's not all. Apparently, this sweet little noise has healing properties. According to some experts, domestic cats purr at the same frequency at which muscles and bones best grow and repair themselves, so they use it to self-heal when they're injured. Anyway, for whatever reason they do it, it's still the cutest sound in the world. Right, Shrek?
Oh, listen, he's purring.
Number 5. Its nose is unique. I know you think you'd recognize your cat anywhere, but what happens if you're in a tight spot, like coming across its twin? Well, luckily, there's a way to know which cat is yours. Just check its nose. That's right, one of the most interesting features about cats is that each one has unique nasal patterns. Okay, I know you hardly notice the difference at first sight, but grab a magnifying glass and look at them carefully. It's the same with you and your fingerprint. Obviously, it'd be easier to put a distinctive collar to avoid losing it, but it never hurts to keep an impression of its own nose print, just in case you ever have to identify them as a suspect in a robbery of a tuna store. Number 6. If it brings you mice, you're useless. And you thought these were innocent, weird gifts. No, it doesn't think you're a god to bring you offerings. If you ever find the corpse of a little animal at the foot of your bed, it's because your cat thinks you can't fend for yourself, not even get your own food.
Yeah, granted.
Sorry, but you had to know. You obviously suck at hunting, human, so it had better bring you dinner. But don't feel bad. In fact, it's teaching you how it's done. Their maternal instinct makes them simulate the behavior they'd have with their kittens since they see you as part of their family. Isn't that sweet? I mean, it's creepy, but don't waste their effort. They can feel frustrated sometimes.
I bring her a dead bird, she throws it out. I bring her a dead mouse, right in the garbage.
Alright, calm down, kitty. I promise not to throw away anything you bring me, at least not while you're watching. Number 7, it only meows for you. Do you know why your cat says? Well, it doesn't do it to talk to other animals, nor other cats. It does it for you, only for you, and nobody but you. Isn't that true, Puss in Boots? To communicate with their peers, cats use different expressions such as scent, facial expression, body language, vocalization, and others. As I already told you, they keep the best for their beloved owners. But wait, before you feel special, there's something I must tell you. Your kitty does that to manipulate you. Don't believe me? Let me prove it. Does it want your attention? Food? To play with them? See, it even modifies the frequency or duration of its meow to let you know exactly what it wants. And it works, don't deny it. I don't blame you. After all, who could say no to this furball?
I wonder what other sounds I can make.
8. If you give them milk, you're doing it wrong. Alright, time to debunk a big feline myth once and for all. Cats and milk don't mix.
What are you talking about?
It's true. I know you've seen it everywhere on TV, movies, and even cartoons, but guess what? Most cats are lactose intolerant.
Sensitive stomach?
That's right. Like all infant mammals, kittens are born able to digest the main sugar in milk, lactose. This sugar is a very valuable source of energy when they're babies, but after they've weaned, the enzyme that enables them to digest it begins to disappear from the gut. Therefore, when an adult cat drinks milk, it'll very likely have an upset stomach. Of course, this doesn't mean your feline doesn't like it, but now that you know this, no matter how much they ask, please don't do it. Number 9, it's a serial killer. It shouldn't come as a surprise that your kitty hunts other animals for food once in a while. I mean, you have a predator as a pet. However, it doesn't always do it for survival, but because it enjoys doing so.
Yeah. We've established that.
Alright, surely you already knew that, but trust me, the gifts you find at your door are only the tip of the iceberg. A recent report revealed that these seemingly innocent felines are responsible for the deaths of over 14 billion animals every year. And not all are birds and mice. Voles and chipmunks are also their victims.
Bucking to the claw.
Not the claws, please.
But wait, before you put your baby behind the bars of its kennel, you should know that most of these murders are committed by wild cats and not so much by domestic cats, although you know, it never hurts to keep an eye on them, just in case. And now what you were waiting for. The smallest cat that exists is C. Singapore cat. This kitten has an overall height of 8 inches and a body length of 12 inches. That size makes it even cuter, right? It's time. I'll show you another cat fact that'll solve one of the greatest mysteries in history. Number 10. Are they smarter than dogs? Hundreds and hundreds of years with the same debate, who are smarter, cats or dogs? Well, it's already settled. The great answer to this question is that cats…
Success!
Wait, I was going to say that cats aren't better. A team of researchers found that dogs have twice the number of neurons in their brains than cats.
Word if this gets out, it'll be bad for cats all over.
Relax, this doesn't mean dogs are smarter. For cats, the part of the brain responsible for cognitive information processing is far more complex, which means that they're more rational in decision-making and better at problem-solving. That's why it looks like they're planning how to take over the world all the time. The truth is that every animal has its own qualities. Mind you, don't think that you'll see your kitten doing whatever you want, like fetching.
Oh, cats don't care about fetching. Fetching is for dope.
Yes, that's very clear. After learning all these fun facts, I think I love my cat even more. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And since feline love is never enough, you can watch this and this video.
By the way, huge fan. Love it. Love you. Gotta go. Thank you.